Well, good morning, family. And as you can tell, I'm here in the church because there's some things I'd like to share with you today. But first of all, just a reminder for those of you that haven't already, don't forget to vote. You have a few days left. It looks like you can also vote in the Pepsi Center if you'd prefer to vote in person. So go out and do it. All right. On a more somber note, this Saturday, Father Jim Checks is going to be buried. We'll begin with a morning prayer, Mass of the or Office of the Dead, at 9 o'clock, and with his funeral Mass at 10:30. So this will all be live streamed, so if you can't make it, and with the current COVID restrictions, we probably encourage you not to come to the church, but just to watch the live stream that'll be posted on the website. Now, this is the part that's a little more interesting, perhaps, or not. You'll notice in the church that we have a little altarcito, a little altar present at the Marian altar side of the church. This is in honor of our beloved departed. The altarcito is a Mexican tradition that remembers our beloved departed by placing their pictures on the altar. If any of you have seen the movie Coco, you know a little more about it. It's a way of commemorating really the communion of saints, the fact that we're never separated from the love of God, and that we continue in our journey toward God even after death. Now, one of the things about the altarcito that can be a little disconcerting to some is the presence of skulls. But the skull here is not something to be afraid of, but is a reminder, and they're often painted and very festive, like as you can see the different skulls that are present here, because they represent the fact that we're moving toward God. That's just a part of the journey, and our ultimate destiny is one of joy and happiness. And so they'll even have candy, sugar skulls for children to eat. It's sort of like what Grimm's fairy tales do for children, helping them to overcome their fears. So when you see the altarcito, you can feel free to put your pictures. I think you can see here I have the picture of my mom and dad as a way of remembering them and knowing that they're on the journey and that we haven't forgotten them. The altarcito traditionally also is shown with these bright flowers, marigolds, cempasúchil, which are thought to be of a color that the dead can find. In the imagination of in the Mexican imagination, they are colors that the dead, so that they can find where the altarcito is. When you come to church, or if you come to church, if you can, you'll notice that we'll have a little brief explanation in Spanish and in English here about the different elements of the altarcito. So don't be afraid. Come and celebrate with us the communion of saints as we celebrate the All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day. Now, speaking of that, on All Souls' Day, we don't have anything special. We'll have the 7:45 a.m. Mass in English, but we're also going to have a 4 p.m. bilingual memorial Mass on Sunday, which is actually All Saints' Day. On Sunday at 4, a bilingual memorial Mass, which will be live streamed also. This is the Mass where we remember in a particular way those who have died over the past year from our parish. So you're welcome to come to that, especially if we still can accommodate more than if we can still have open churches by then, because of the COVID crisis and the Denver rules, we have to be careful. But it will be live streamed. Now, another event this week is tonight. Actually, this is coming out to you on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, whatever, the 28th of October, we have at 7 p.m. there's going to be a Zoom presentation on Latino spirituality. This is for those of us that are sort of scratching our heads, wondering, well, why is Mexican, why is Latino spirituality so different than what I grew up with, and where did these traditions come from, and so on. And so we'll have a chance to talk about that, hopefully in a fun way, informed by my years of working in Latin America and at a Latin American parish. And coming up, and speaking of Latin America and holiday traditions, this in December, and we don't have the dates yet exactly, but we're going to be having our tamale sale. And instead of burritos, which we've been doing about once a month now, instead of the burritos, we're going to be selling tamales, and there'll be $15 per dozen, I think, and all prepared lovingly by Grupo Esperanza, members of the parish here. So these are homemade, delicious tamales, which are a traditional holiday festival meal. So thank you so much for being a part of this, and hopefully this is useful to you. Father Luke and I miss you a lot. And we're praying that this COVID be over so that we can return to normal as it was, so that we can be together in person to share our lives and our faith in person. That's always better. But just like what we celebrate with the communion of saints and what we celebrate with the altarcito, sometimes we have to just remember one another in any way possible, whether it be with our pictures, whether it be by video, or whether it be by the invisible bonds that hold us together in Christ. So peace be with you.